The Bank of Korea raised its economic growth outlook. The central bank also froze its benchmark interest rate and is set to keep its accommodative policy for now. Kim Min-ji examines the South Korean central bank's first upward revision in 3 years.
The Bank of Korea on Thursday said it expects the local economy to expand 2.6% this year. That's up 0.1 percentage point from its previous outlook of 2.5% in January. It marks the first upward revision in exactly 3 years.
The revision reflects a recovery in the global economy, and some emerging markets like Russia and Brazil have also returned to positive growth. Thanks to this, Korea's exports and investment have picked up, and since the year's start, political uncertainties have eased.
But there are downside variables that could challenge Korea's path toward growth. The BOK cited concerns about increased protectionist sentiment from the U.S. and geopolitical risks stemming from North Korea. It added that China's apparent economic retaliation over Seoul's deployment of a U.S. missile defense system is expected to pull down the country's growth rate by 0.2 percentage points this year and could result in losses of 25,000 jobs. As a result, while the central bank noted that the country is showing signs of modest recovery, the figure was only revised ever so slightly.
0.1 percentage point upward to growth hasn't been really a meaningful change in my view. However, it does show that Bank of Korea is giving a more upbeat picture in the past first quarter. However, Governor Lee did mention that it's a short-term forecast rather than a mid to long-term.
For the time being, at least, the BOK says current conditions offer less of a reason to lower the key interest rate. In a widely expected decision, it kept the rate steady at a record low of 1.25%, unchanged since June last year. This comes despite a recent U.S. rate hike, which the central bank said may be an important factor to consider, but is not one that will trigger automatic tightening on its part.
For now, the central bank says it will maintain its current policy of monetary easing to support growth as inflationary pressures are not that pronounced, and vowed to keep close tabs on changing external and internal conditions when determining the direction of future policies. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.